this is a bit of a last-second recording setup here, but the original plan was to not have commentary for the exhibition, but the shareholders basically required it, so... Yeah, shareholders, you've heard that right. Let's not pretend that this whole La Festa Italiano thing isn't more or less a sponsorship deal, but it is kind of also a big deal because obviously the country of Italy has pretty big racing heritage, about 85% of which in the modern day is contributed to by Ferrari, let's face it, but we don't really have too many of those, especially not today. We actually have like 0 Ferraris on this race, because this is a dirt race, this is rally. Remember the HUD's missing. There we go. That was a little embarrassing. Yeah, as you can tell, last second, we forgot half the HUD. Half the interface was just not there. Yeah, pretty big deal, especially if you're a Aqua fan going into this, since this is kind of orchestrated slightly by them. Yo's the POV driver. It's kind of appropriate, considering there are 4 debuting cars in this race, and every single one of them is a friend of hers. The leader in a Viper. Yeah. No, that's not me. That's Mari. That's the longtime co-owner of Diamond Pleiades Technica, right alongside Yo and Sami Rantanen, who surprisingly isn't here, nor is Tetsuya. And then we have Hanamaru Kunakita in a Delta, running in a solid 5th place, currently being chased after by Thrasher in the Rally Stally. Oh, that's a big one. That is Ruby's sister Daya. Oh jeez, Klutz, got it there. Now she's back there with her sister, fittingly enough, but yeah, this car looks familiar. That's because apparently Ida Cazador was Daya this entire time. I feel like I kind of knew that, and then I just like didn't think twice. And then running 15-16 are the other 2, Kanan Matsura in a Golf-ish Focus, and then 16th is Rico Sakaguchi in a Rally R32. I want to say that's also a little strange, but like we have a Rally Viper, we have a Rally Sneck up here, so yeah, add that to the list. We have the Stallion, the Rally Stally, the Rally Chicken, and now the Rally Snake. And unsurprisingly, Yo is already in the lead and starting to pull ahead of her team's co-owner. Gee, it's almost like this is what happens when you have an actual rally car and not a Dodge Viper. And Noir rounds out the podium positions thus far in her almost said legacy. Yeah, right, Impreza. Here we see a bit of a rear-wheel drive train going on here. Oh, word, Cross. That's not it. Also, a good typo on my end from last week. Her last name does not have a K in it. It's because her first name does. Thrasher just overtook a Delta, or no, that's also Logan's car. Too much smoke. Yeah, this is a very interesting race at the moment. Thrasher's down the inside of Fiona Fidanzi, the other Italian compatriot alongside Mari in this race. Not quite getting the move done there, though. Might get it here, though. This thing does seem to have more power when it can find a little bit of traction to use. And there it is, in full display there. 141 at that braking zone. That's quite a high speed for any dirt race. Also, Yo is checking the hell out. She is checked right out of Sunrise Hotel. Holy shit. But yeah, at the moment, rear-wheel drive is running 2467. No, 2469. I'm dumb. This is not rear-wheel drive. That's an Impreza. That's an actually normal selection for a dirt race, and it's not doing all that terribly, but it's not doing amazing either, considering it's being beaten by a Mustang and a Firebird. And didn't end up taking too much longer for Logan to dispatch of the Delta either, so hopefully Scuderia Fidanzi can keep pace a little better in the tarmac races later in the week. There's a whole championship for that. This is literally just an exhibition, because this is entirely well, not entirely, but it's a largely separate cast of drivers, as Logan completely botches the tight corner and Penny will attempt to take advantage. It doesn't seem like she will, however. Well, they make a bit of contact. Now, Penny will be one of the recurring characters, so to speak. Kind of fun there, since she's an actress. But not too many of these drivers will be. Oh, this is an absolute cluster back here. The two Deltas currently getting worked over by a bug. Fiona's kind of struggling at the moment. Must be something off with the setup. She doesn't look very comfortable despite her experience in this form of racing. Yo is utterly dominating this race. Just to put into perspective, Mari is about to cross. Yo has a 10-second lead, 6 laps into the race. She's still got 2 more to do. She could get further ahead here. Jeez. Special Conditions Cup is at the end of the month, and she's treating it like this is that. Like, the lead's probably up to like 13 now. It probably doesn't help that the person in second is a frickin' Viper, but still. And Noir is under some threat from Logan, who I guess at some point got by Thrasher. That was an entire lap ago when Thrasher nearly lost control around that same corner, but I think he was trying to get ahead of Noir and was offline. We're just going to skip ahead to the last lap here, because this is just a wash. I guess it looks good for the sponsor holders and stakeholders in this event. The O'Hara Group, when their lead representative is running in P2, and the co-owner of the team they're sponsoring is literally dominating the race day. Call her Ryan Cooper up in this place. That's a bottom, well, not a bottom of the barrel, not anymore. Or nowadays it is, but it wasn't in like 2008 when that actually happened. For those who know, I barely do. I was 7. Parody has just been jettisoned at this point. I mean, she's just having the time of her life over there. She heads down the hill one last time. Yo Watanabe has utterly crushed the Windmills exhibition, here ahead of La Festa Italiano. And some about 18 or so seconds later, her teammate Mari will eventually head down the hill to do the same.